Because life is going to open up to you. The universe does want to deliver, but you've got to say yes. See, it's not going to knock you down. It's a gentleman. They're going to knock on the door and wait for you to open the door. But it's waiting. Let's take a look at law number 2. I love this one. Rediscover your purpose. Jean talked about that dash. I believe that we're all built the same way. So think about this. You let yourself in a house with with some keys, right? You get in the house, you can't find the keys. But you know that you had the keys because you let yourself in the house. What happened to those keys is what happens to many of our purpose. Life happens, we lose the keys. We can't find the keys. But I know that you have them because you were created just like I was. And I don't know who you believe in, but the God that I know, he created us all the same way. It's like feeding one kid and not feeding the other. How many parents do we have? Okay? Multiple children. I'm going to feed you, but I'm not going to feed you. You know what? Amy's cute. I'm going to give her destiny. I've got purpose for her. But I'm waiting over here. Still got to figure out for this one. He's not off in a meal manufacturing purpose for your life, trying to discover what it is that he wants you to do or what that dash is going to be for you. But you, on the other hand, have got to silence. You've got to remove the distractions in your life to figure out what it is. If you don't know what it is, you have to know because it guides everything else that should be happening, even in your 20s. If you don't know what that is, you'll date anybody, you'll go anywhere, you'll do anything because that purpose, being clear on that purpose, is a guide. It's a lens through which you make all decisions in life. And so the longer that you don't know what that is, the longer that you spend on a journey that's not even yours. So you've got to be able to discover what your life's purpose is. I say narrow it down to a word. What is one word? When you think about what it is that you want to be remembered for, what is one word? I found myself, everywhere I go, I'm teaching. It doesn't mean that I don't have other gifts, but whatever platform I'm on, whatever I'm doing, I always find myself teaching. I've been called to be a teacher. I might change audiences, I might change content, but at my core, I'm always teaching. I was teaching on the playground. Okay? You need to be over here. You need to line up. It's 3 boys, 2 girls. I was in kindergarten on the playground teaching. They called it being bossy, but I was teaching. My daughter is 6. My son is 4. She's a teacher. She's not bossy. She takes initiative. She is solution-oriented. She's a problem solver. And then she says, come on, Bubba, it's time for school. I said, oh, Lord. But for me, that one word is teacher. How many of you, just by show of hands, you know what that is for you? You're pretty clear about it. And it's a process. You don't get it right the first time, so you've got to give yourself some time, especially because life can be mean. How many of you have had life to be mean? Okay? Life can beat you up and leave some bruises and knots upside your head that will make you think twice, right? So even when life has happened, it's still there. It doesn't go away because life happened. It doesn't go away because you had a hard upbringing or you faced adversity over adversity. It doesn't go away. It makes it more difficult to find or to discover or bring back to the forefront, but it's still there. It never, ever goes away. And so the choice, whether to bring it back to the surface and do something with it, is totally up to you. Let's take a look at law number 3. Reshape your thinking. Brian, this is a whole conference, just law number 3. Because how many of you know that you're stinking thinking? That stinking thinking is worse than what anybody can say about you. What you say and think about yourself is more important than what anybody. I get so tired of people talking about haters. Who are they? What are haters? All the energy goes on the haters, but you don't realize what you say about yourself is worse than what the haters say. What do you say? That negative self-talk that never goes checked, that never goes corrected. Who do you think you are that you can do that? You can't do that. You're too tall. You're not short enough. You're too wide. You're too skinny. Your lips are too big. Your eyes are too big. I mean, we tell ourselves all kinds of crazy things that keep us underperforming. And if your friend talked to you the way you talk to yourself, would that friend be a friend? No. Girl, who you talking to? I know you're not talking to me, but we take it from ourselves. So we've got to reshape our thinking, and that happens in two ways. We've touched on one way, which is by what we take in terms of personal development, reading. See, readers are leaders. I don't know of a person that's really leading at high levels that's not a reader, that's not an avid student of professional development. So what is it that you're taking in? If you want to be this or that, who has done that? Who's been on that path? Are you even affiliated with what it takes to walk that path? Sometimes we want to be something and we don't even know what it is. Somebody else prescribed it. You know what? You're tall. You need to be a basketball player. You might have a heart to work with children or do something else. But when you're not clear about your own purpose, we find ourselves on all these paths that other people have prescribed to us. And then you wake up, you're 50,